Well, as far as I understand it, legacy giving is someone deciding that they're going to leave something in their will as a blessing to the church that they've been a part of for, their worshipping life. And they're looking to ensure through that gift that the worshipping life of that church can carry on and the ministry of that church can carry on. So it's kind of, it's ensuring a future for the church that they've been a part of. We haven't stepped into a strategy to do with it. It would be a bold claim to say that. It would be untrue. But the thing that brought it home to us was we received a legacy, unplanned, unexpected, but an old member of the church who had long since left the church left a legacy for us, quite a significant one, £24,000. And that was such an encouragement to the church and blessed us and enabled us to step into planning some big changes that were before that impossible to think about. I was expecting that to be a difficult conversation with the congregation. I want to talk about when you're going to die and how you might consider, as a gift to the church when you die, whether you'd leave us a bit of your estate. And I needn't have feared, I needn't have worried at all, because it was a very natural conversation to be having with people. Especially, the Farewill pilot made that easy. I was able to stand up and say, we've been offered X amount of wills. Anybody interested? Come and talk to me afterwards. And we sat around, because there was a big interest, which surprised me again. These people came forward, expressed their interest. We talked about legacy. We pointed to the new chairs and how that had been facilitated by someone else's gift, and used that opportunity as a way to talk about it. But I was pleasantly surprised about how open people were in relation to, let's talk about when I die. Let's talk about leaving a legacy when I've gone. Let's talk about how we can support the future ministry of the church through that kind of giving. Though the one that I did mention, the £24,000 that came in, we got in touch with the family who related to the lady who'd passed away, and we were able to share with them what we'd done with the money. And some of that money went towards the chairs, and some of that money went towards helping to secure funding for a youth and children's minister, working with our children and young people, not just in the church but in the parish. So there's a fixed, you can see it, benefit to that legacy, but there's also the ongoing ministry gift of our youth and children's minister plugging away at reaching young people with the gospel. And we were able to sit them down and explain to them that's what we'd done, and they were really encouraged that that's what we were doing, and they were grateful to know that the money that had come from their mum had made such a difference to the church. And so, when legacy gifts come in, we'll take the same approach. We celebrate them by letting the church know that they've come in, and we will talk about the gift and where it's come from, so that the church itself knows what's going on and where our resources have come from. Because we've always got bad news about money. We're always saying we haven't got enough, you need to up your giving. And sometimes when these things drop, we can just say, look, Jehovah Jireh, the Lord's provided. Isn't this amazing? And it encourages everybody. But then we'll share widely what we've done with that legacy too. And I'd say no gift to the church that will contribute towards the ongoing ministry and mission of the church is too small, because every penny helps us to get stuck into and carry on the kingdom work that Jesus has set us into. And I would encourage anybody who's weighing it up to think, doesn't matter how small the gift, it will make a difference. Whether it's £24,000 that we can put towards chairs, whether it's £100 that will help cover the costs of a fuel bill, it all makes a difference to the work of the kingdom as it goes on in its life. And it makes a difference in a way that your regular giving doesn't, because a lump sum that arrives in the lap of a church can make a difference to what they can do. If you've got a church that's scraping everything together to fix a roof that's broken, and a big lump sum lands in their lap, it makes a difference. If you've got a church on an estate that's trying to reach the young people on that estate, and a lump sum lands in their lap, they can make a difference with that, with the resources that they provide, the personnel they put in place. That's the kind of difference that legacy giving can make. It's releasing the church into a bigger and better ministry, and releasing real encouragement and joy upon the church.